Right after Russia decided to go ahead and invade Ukraine, many countries around the world all got together and they decided what were the financial sanctions that we were going to levy against the country of Russia. Now, everyone from the oligarchs to various people within government organizations and the country itself are being cut off from various parts of the global financial system. Some countries are freezing assets. Other countries are saying you can't raise debt or equity capital in our markets. And even others are saying our banks will not do business with your banks. But now, of course, Russia is actually a really important trade partner for many countries around the world. They provide 12% of the oil production globally, 17% of natural gas production. They also happen to have a big say in things like wheat, corn, and many other commodities as well. But India has a trade relationship with Russia. It's really important for India actually to be able to trade with Russia to continue to serve their citizens. And so ultimately, India is now working on a workaround. India is trying to figure out how can we trade with Russia and not be impacted by these sanctions from the Western countries. And so what they're doing is they're creating this rupee payment mechanism. That rupee payment mechanism allows them to trade with Russia to circumvent US and allied sanctions. And of course, there's a very strong argument for financial sanctions. But sanctions are also going to accelerate adoption of non-US dollar systems. Now, this brand new rupee system was created in 2012 and is continuously being popularized. And what we see is that they're trying to protect this trade between their country and Russia. Russia to India, it's got $7 billion last year. It's mainly mineral oils, fertilizer, and rough diamonds. That India to Russia trade was worth about half, $3.3 billion last year, and that's mainly pharmaceutical products, tea, and coffee. Now, of course, fertilizer is really important. India needs that fertilizer to be able to continue to produce food and to serve their billion-plus people within their country. But don't be surprised that countries are starting to recognize if financial censorship is going to happen, we have to build an alternative solution. We have to be able to still trade with our trade partners. That's exactly what India is doing. We've got this quote here that says, "This is a proactive move, assuming that the conflict escalates and there could be a slew of sanctions in place. In this case, we would not be able to settle the transaction in dollars, and so an arrangement has been proposed to set up a rupee account, which is being considered." Ultimately, the US dollar system is the global reserve currency, and the financial sanctions coming from the United States work if countries use dollars. But if you're going to sanction dollars and people still need to trade, they're going to simply just find a different system. That's exactly what India and Russia are attempting to do here.